my name is Julieta Alenes, and I'll be doing a leadership book review on the book titled If Disney Ran Your Hospital, 9.5 Things You Would Do Differently, written by Fred Lee. Author's qualification. Mr. Lee's healthcare career began at Shawnee's Mission Medical Center in Kansas, where he won several national awards for innovative approaches to patient satisfaction and loyalty. He then transitioned to senior vice president at Florida Hospital in Orlando, where he developed a nationally acclaimed guest relations program. Disney University recruited him due to his expertise in helping hospitals achieve a culture that inspired patients and employees' loyalty. So his career path started as a teacher, and then he became a senior vice president at the Florida Hospital in Orlando. He had a master's degree in social studies. He taught history and political science. And it is here that his interests started shifting to social psychology, which then opened the doors for hospital marketing and communication. The purpose of the book is to represent the author's reflections on and comparing between the cultures of working for Disney and as a senior leader for hospitals. The scope of the book is limited to the approaches that bring out the best behaviors in workers and provide the best emotional experience for our patients. The author hoped that this book will stimulate conversations on creating the ideal patient experience, including what he believed are the principles most likely to improve patients' perception. These principles include initiative, which is able to sense people's needs before they ask; courtesy, respect the dignity and privacy of everyone; teamwork, to be able to help each other out; communication, explain what's happening; and empathy, acknowledge people's feelings. The book focuses on ways of thinking rather than prescribing actions to implement. The target audience for this book is hospital managers mainly. However, it should also be appealing to staff at all levels. It can also be appealing to students and to the general public with an interest in public relations. I would like to continue by expressing some book strengths. So the book challenges the reader to think differently about the way care is delivered today. It encourages to open our minds to what is possible rather than to continue doing what is expected. One thing the author wants us to realize is that our competition is anyone our customers compare us to. The book tells how patients will feel more cared for, how staff will feel more valued, and organizations will operate successful cultures to deliver effective and highly quality services while sustaining its manpower if we change our approach when interacting with everybody. The patient, we've got to keep in mind that the patient judges quality by his or her perception, which is something that is subjective. The book is divided into 10 easy chapters, each with a main idea that is illustrated with the author's personal observations and experiences. The author would also like us to know that the engine for growth is patients' perceptions. The engine for efficiency is process improvement. And then that the enemy of competence is not incompetence, it's carelessness. Some of the book shortcomings include, while the book is insightful and contains many great examples and personal stories the author shared, at times it seemed like too many of them were presented to make one point stand. This made the reading a little boring at times. The book objectives were achieved. The objective was to encourage new ways of thinking, and then the reader may not agree with some of the proposals the author presented, but sure will think about new possibilities that could be put in practice to improve the interaction with others. People do not do what their organization expects. they do what the managers pay attention to. As the author had hoped, the book reflects a deeper approach to clinical practices by focusing on ways of thinking rather than prescribing actions to implement. Would I recommend this book? Yes, I would. I recommend this book to all healthcare workers, from the CEO to frontline staff, regardless of the discipline they work for. I would recommend it to students from high school and higher that are interested in a service profession. If you do read it, you will find that you will think differently about much of what you currently do. In fact, you will think about the way you think and the language you use and begin to see a new way to delivering care. These are my references. I thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, let me know.